Hello! Welcome to episode 19 of Criminally Stupid. Today, Kaya, we are going back to our roots. What do our roots entail? Well, it entails To Catch a Predator Predators. That's right. It's a new
Yay!
episode on To Catch a Predator. You know, it's been like six episodes since we've
Really?
done this. Yeah, and I want to say it because we took a break before we kind of restructured to doing, YouTube Predators and stuff like that. I think it's been at least, January 8th. No, 2023 was the last time we did a T-Cat Predator. Holy shit.
Huh. Wow.
December
I mean, the
18th,
last one,
2023.
yeah, we've been branching out a little. I really enjoyed the last one. That was a nice palate cleanser to have some big, bald bears bust in our
Yeah.
mouths. That was nice. But every once in a while, it is still nice to just go back to our origin, to humble ourselves with the good old-fashioned, clean-cut, classic
Clean
To
cut.
Catch a Predator pedos.
Well, you know what it's like? It's like we just had a nice big prime rib steak last week, and now I'm ready for some shitty McDonald's, basically.
Chips. Yeah.
This is like the fast food.
The Pringles can. Hand it over.
Yeah. Full disclosure, the reason why I chose this one is because why I chose to go back to doing this for this week is because not a lot of time this week, and I needed to get the document done. With the stuff like last week, there's a lot more research involved, a lot of diving through stuff. But I find the T-Cat Predators are very like self-contained almost, and very easy to research because a lot of the other people have already done the work, the legwork. So it's just reading what other people have written and watching the T-Cap interview and stuff like that. So very, very quick to put together kind of episode. So very excited to dive into this one. Do you remember how we do T-Cap episodes?
We read the chat logs and I do a funny voice and everybody says
That's
you're a
right.
great pedophile.
To you, yeah. And they say I'm a great little boy or whatever the fuck I'm representing that week.
Well, it looks like today
Neither
you're
is-
13.
Yeah, neither is a compliment. All right, anyway, this week, this episode of Criminally Stupid on To Catch a Predator, we're covering a man named David Kaye, who is known as the Rabbi Predator in the T-Capiverse. Because, yes, this man was a rabbi before he was caught on T-Cap. Yeah, the Pediverse. It's a man of faith. He went by username Red BD. Don't know what the fuck that means. Do you have any kind of idea what Red BD might mean?
No. BD?
Red BD.
Boy diddler? I don't know.
Someone said red bedroom, maybe. Bowel disorder, probably not.
Ew.
Yeah, no clue. I didn't see anyone like figuring out what red BD meant, so I don't know what that means. Pretty normal. Like, it's definitely a username that I would see anywhere else outside of pedophile communities. So I don't think it's like specifically a pedophile thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the other ones that we've seen on the show have been like, I could distinctly see them being pedophiles based on their usernames. It was like Bold Beaver Hunter and shit like that. You know what I mean?
My favorite is still Twink Toilet.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You can't get more obvious than that, right?
Yeah.
And then we go from that to Red BD.
Red BD. He has an ex-wife and two daughters. How wholesome. And we have two photos here. So for audio listeners, he's on his bed. He's shirtless, pretty pale, lying, having a good time, smiling at whoever is taking the photo, I guess. And then the other one, is that a mugshot or is he just posing for a headshot?
Yeah, so the one that we're showing right now, I believe we can show this on YouTube. This picture was taken before the T-Cap interview, the T-Cap appearance. To Catch a Predator. It's been a while. For people that don't know, T-Cap means To Catch a Predator. It was a TV show back in the day where Chris Hansen on NBC Dateline busted predators, online pedophiles in sting operations. Basically, what's happening on Kick right now and streaming services right now from amateurs is what Chris Hansen did professionally back in like 2004 with the assistance, in most cases, of the police department of the local jurisdiction. So infinitely better than what the Kick predators, poachers and stuff are doing nowadays. But yeah, that's what happened then. That's what That's what we're talking about when we say TCAP. This is To Catch a Predator. For those of you who may have joined in the last few weeks of Criminally Stupid, you can go back to previous episodes to really learn more. But yeah, so David Kaye, he was a former rabbi of the congregation of Har Shalom in Potomac, Maryland, before TCAP. This picture here is of him laying down naked on a bed, and this is what he would use to kind of... this is what he would use as identification on these websites that he would chat to people through. And then the picture here, this next one on the right in the document, is of David Kaye after TCAP. So this was his mugshot.
Okay, yeah, he looks much older here. Kind of sad. Has a weird expression on his face, like, yeah, I got caught. Bummer.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. He looks a lot happier on the left. He looks a lot happier on the left.
For sure. And what's cropped out is that there's a child on his lap, probably on the left one.
No.
He was at least.
Yeah, just a flaccid penis.
Congregation of Har Shalom, as he said. And he is 74 years old now, but he was 53 at the time. And he was chatting to what he thought was a cute little 13-year-old boy, actually, that's going to be Jackson here in a minute. Hey, you're
cute. We don't know he's cute. Well, he's probably not cute. I don't want to call them cute. No. Bad.
He's 5'10", 190 pounds. He might be fibbing there. Hair color blue.
What is 190 pounds? Blue. Is that big? Is that fat?
That's like 80 kilograms, I think. No, wait. It's not really fat, no. Hair color gray, formerly blonde. And our decoy is Conrad. Ooh,
hi,
I forgot about the sliminess rating. So we have a sliminess rating of 4.71 stars.
Which I think is about right, honestly, and also in line with all the other Predators, I think, from To Catch a Predator. Like that number, most of them hit that like 4.7 range, which is always odd to me because I don't know who's rating it any less than 5. How analytical are people getting with rating these Predators on a scale of 1 to 5? Like, how analytical can you really get?
Yeah, but it's on a pedo scale. It's not like compared to normal people, they're all 5s, but like compared to each other, is this guy really the worst on the website? I don't know.
Yeah, but like, do you think it's 4.7 for most of them? Because most of them are around that 4.7 mark. Do you think most of it is people rating at 5? But then being some people being like, well, he's not as bad as this other person, so I'll rate him 4. And that's what throws out the skew.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't rate this guy 5 unless he's one of those pedos who actually go abroad and like murder children. Like, what was his face? Yeah, Chad is right. I was talking about a sex tourist, like the kind of creeps who just go abroad. And there was one, I remember he got caught because he was literally strangling like child prostitutes, and he got caught not caught because of it, but I think he like, he tortured a baby on camera. Like that's a 5 to me. Guys like this, these fucking dum-dums, they're like, not quite maximum evil.
Yeah. I mean, if you're actually, that sounds like that person was doing it professionally, almost like a professional pedophile / child killer, which is just, obviously the worst of the worst. And yeah, I agree. It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a relative scale, right? Or like you're comparing it to other people of this kind of evil act. So yeah.
Chet reminded me, by the way, his name was Peter Scully, and he was an Australian.
That's right.
And he was in the Philippines.
I thought he was Canadian.
Where he hurts people. No, I think he was born in Melbourne. Or lived there. Melbourne?
Man.
Is it Melbourne or how the fuck
Melbourne.
do you say it? Okay.
Americans say Melbourne. No, sorry, wait. I'm fucking stupid. Americans say Melbourne, like they really pronounce it. I say Melbourne.
Okay, Melbourne.
Yeah.
You guys are nerds. Anyway, all right. So that's him. Anyway, David.
I call it Melby Welby.
Guy. Huh?
I said I call it Melby Welby. That's what Australians call it.
I was born in Melby. So anyway, our guy, 4.7 sliminess rating. I'm rounding down from the 4.71. I guess we'll have to see for ourselves and judge it, and everybody can leave us in the comments what they think their rating is for this guy. Are we starting with the chat logs?
Yep, let's do the chat logs because that's all that really matters with these stories is when they start offending, and the chat log is the earliest kind of thing we have for that. So, chat log. Red BD will be played by the expert in the craft of acting as a pedophile, Kaya here, and I will be taking Mad C Rad 1992. Who is portraying who he himself is portraying Conrad, a 13-year-old boy. That'll be me for today. So
wonderful.
Oh, also, this conversation starts at like 3:50 a.m. by the way, and that doesn't throw off any alarm bells for Red BD. Thinking like, why is this 13-year-old boy up at like 3 a.m. on a school night?
Well, to be fair, I was also probably up at 3 a.m. as a kid.
3 a.m.
playing games, on the middle of the night, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe on the weekend, but like I used to stay up late too, but like never past like 1 a.m. probably.
Oh, you were not a true night owl then. He starts. Maybe. So Red BD starts. And wait, do we have a year for when this happens?
I think 2000. It's either 2004. Yeah, it's either 2004 or 2005.
Okay. I think 2003, if my math is right. Anyway, long time ago, decades ago, Red BD says, hi.
Yo. Wait, no, that's too deep. Yo.
Hey.
Sorry, you IM'd me earlier. I was eating a snack. No C in there. Sup.
I forgot IM was a term we used to use. That stands for instant message, by the way, kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, you are only 13?
Yup, 13 male Herndon. You?
Oy vey, I'm 54 in Rockville.
You were wait. You didn't last long with that. I knew you were going to say it at some point. First chat log. Cool.
I can't help it.
You can't sleep either? Lol?
Lol, I'm prowling for young men. Why?
Well, why would you say that? Why would you say prowling? Also, young man. Like, young man is someone that's like 19, maybe. Like, 18 to 24, I would say, is a young man. A 13-year-old is not a young man. That's a child. That's a kid. That's a boy.
No,
it's not a young man.
If a 13-year-old is getting called young man, it's usually like the mom scolding him. Like, you come here, young man. You pick up after yourself.
Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing. It's either a mum telling her son to do chores, or it's a pedophile trying to groom them. Those are the only
Mom,
things.
Is that you in a wig?
Yeah.
Why not both? Come here and suck the stick, young man.
No. Yeah, anything else from that? I'm 54. Yeah, so immediately knows the name. Red BD says, "Okay, you are only 13." So I'm assuming that the age is like prominently in the bio of their user accounts, which is what they usually do in these situations. On
the age is also right there in the username. The decoy's name here is Matt C Rad 1992, which at the time he still would have been 13. You can do the math yourself. In 2005.
Wait, yeah, but I distinctly remember in researching this, and I guess we'll get to it later, but now that's thrown me for a loop. It says 1992 there, but David Kaye, in his testimony, when he was at court, he distinctly pointed to the username as being something that insinuated to him that he was talking to an adult. But why would that be if 1992 to 2004, let's say, is what? That's like 12, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, the decoy says he's 13, so I assume this was in 2005. But yeah, they never have an excuse. I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. The decoy continues.
I have a pic. I ain't fat or nothing.
Please.
Are you cute? Oh, so he's saying, please send me the picture, by the way. Are you cute?
No, but for 54, I'm decent. I only have X pics and don't want to send them to you because you're so young.
By the way, by X pics, he doesn't mean Twitter alternative pics. He means pornographic
dick pics. I like him playing coy, like, he wants the kid to ask for it too. Creepo. I don't want to send them to you or nothing, unless you wanna. Just kidding, unless.
Yeah, why would you? Why would he even bring it up? I'm decent. I only have X. Also, who who only has X pics? By the way, all of his pictures are just like around his house. It's just him naked, sitting there with his cock out, spread eagle. He's married with kids as well. He's married with kids as well. But
he does have kids. He continues, "You're a very cute man. What is your name?"
I hate my name, Conrad. What's yours? Conrad's a lame name, by the way. I agree with that. Fuck Conrad.
David. It's sophisticated. Is David sophisticated?
Wait, is he saying David's sophisticated or Conrad's sophisticated?
I don't know.
Either way, no.
Conrad.
I don't know. Conrad screen like I don't know. Maybe I'm like so corrupted or ruined by. I think it was the Cat in the Hat movie. The early Cat in the Hat movie from the early 2000s, I think it was. I think the main character in that, his name was Conrad, and he was a little shit. I hated him, so I don't like that. Don't
Seems like
the
a
name.
you thing.
Yeah, probably is. you never see many Conrads though, so maybe it's a collective understanding that the name Conrad is lame. I don't know. Let us know if you're named Conrad below. Argue for your name.
Jackson will send you an apology.
Yeah.
Okay, Red Beatty continues. You alone?
No, not right now. Sorry.
I would like to suck your dick. This guy moves fast.
Okay. Wait, why was that his response to no, I'm not alone right now?
It took him like 4 minutes, not even 3 minutes from I'm prowling for young men to I want to suck your dick.
Yeah, so that was 4:06 a.m. when he said, I'm prowling for young men. 4:09 a.m. when he was offering to fillet Conrad.
Yeah, this man is up at night gooning. He continues, you jerk off a lot.
Oh, that's what that means. I was like, what's J-O mean? Okay, you J-O a lot. Mad C replies, everyone says it's great. Yeah, like sometimes when I J-O, I try to pretend what it feels like getting head.
Do you think you are gay? What a weird question to put in a kid's head. Like, you jerk off, what are you, gay?
Oh no.
You like thinking about getting blowjobs?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. He continues. And by the way, he's making so many spelling mistakes too, so I don't know if he's one of those pedos.
We always say this. Whenever they're spelling, they've only got one hand on that's actively able to engage with the keyboard. The other hand is currently stroking themselves. So that's why.
Stroking themselves and usually also like drinking. Do you come a lot?
I guess if I don't jerk off for like a few days, then it goes a lot. Is that true, by the way?
What?
Like, if you don't jerk off for a few days, do your balls store more cum, and then it's more, like the amount of cum? Really?
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, if you jerk off 8 times in a row, there isn't going to be much left.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yes. But not if you like. I feel like within a day, there's just a normal kind of like stockpile of cum that you have, and then every single time after that, like if you just wait a day, waiting a day is like the same as waiting like 3 days or whatever, or a week. I don't feel like you just keep storing it up.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an upper limit. I don't think it's good for you to never jerk off though, or never cum.
Well, they say that it's good for your prostate. I think if you cum.
Sure, why not? That's what I'll tell my wife. This is for my health.
I'm having weird conversations with my doctor, by the
way. Well, I mean, is it technically healthcare then if he jerks you off?
Look, it's good. It's good for your mental anyway. It might not be good for your prostate, but it's good for your mental.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we see what happens to men if they never get, if they always just live sexually frustrated. Okay, do you come a lot? And
there's a middle ground. There's a healthy middle ground.
Okay, he says, yeah, that's it. Ever been naked with a boy or girl?
And then Mad C Rad replies, no, sad face. I tell my buds that I have done stuff because they say they all have, but I ain't ever done nothing.
Oh, you sound sad.
I am sad.
Everyone talks real big. Man, they're both fucking up their freaking English here.
Well, the kid, they always do that with the decoys. Like, they always pretend to be fucking stupid because they're pretending to be kids. Mad C, Conrad replies, "That's why I want to so badly."
Well, I can help you out.
Sweet. Smiley face.
You seem sweet.
My dad's got a business trip coming up soon.
You just live with him?
Yeah. My ma died. Sad face.
Does he leave you alone? I'm sorry about mommy.
Gross.
Even the fucking word he chose there. Mommy.
Yeah, why
like
mommy?
He's talking to an actual fucking toddler. Oh, I'm sorry, mommy's no longer around. Does your dad leave you alone? What a fucking monster.
Yeah, so being told like immediately, hey, my mum died, basically, sad face, and his first response to that is, well, does your dad leave you alone? Like, obviously, that's where his head's at. And he's like, oh, fuck. It's kind of like he realized, he's like, oh, shit, that's not the right response. I better offer my condolences.
Are you ever unattended? Imagine, like, if you went to the bank and, like, looked at the cashier lady and said, hey, are you ever going to leave or turn around and not look? It's, like, such a fucking suspicious thing to ask.
Yeah, if anyone's asking you, when are you going to be alone next, that's probably a bad thing.
Bad sign. That's exactly when you should not tell the person when you're going to be alone. And turn on all the alarms in your home too.
Yeah.
Maybe get a gun. Do the whole Home Alone thing.
Mad Conrad replies, nope, all alone. He says I'm old enough. No parties though. Smiley face.
Lol, but we could still party. Just you and me.
Huh. Or maybe he's not so bad after all. He's just down for a party. He's vibe checking Conrad. He's gonna, bring over some beats, some Doritos. They're just gonna have a party.
For Xbox party, LAN party, sure. He continues jerking off and being unable to spell. Nah, you're a savate boy.
Sweet. Yeah, it's sweet. I think that's meant to be outside of his ridiculous spelling. Aw, thanks, smiley face.
Maybe I'll send you my pics.
Okay, so he brought up the X pics. Yeah, X pics 407. It took him 15 minutes from saying I don't want to send them to you because you are so young to being like, well, maybe I will send them. You've made a convincing argument, Conrad. You seem to be the appropriate audience to send my X pics to. Took him 15 minutes.
Your dad leaves you unattended, you say? Okay. Here's my cock.
Yeah,
he sends it immediately.
What do you think convinced him? The fact that he was alone, or the fact that his mum died? Because that's pretty much all the information that was given in those 15
mommy
minutes.
Issues, like the reverse of, you know how some guys are into women with daddy issues? Maybe that's this guy's thing, is he likes little boys with mommy issues.
Oh, I don't think I included it in this, but yeah, potentially, because his mum also just died. He says my mum died a year ago in the chat log, so maybe.
All right, he continues, same minute. You have male, both ways to spell it, so I don't even know which one he means. Like, you have male?
He sent the pictures. He sent, I know for a fact he sent the pictures there. I don't know why he said male as in the gender afterwards. Yeah, that's weird. Conrad says, "Okay, be right back. Let me see." Winky face. Wow, I very much like your pics.
Lol.
You do not look your age, but I bet you hear that all the time.
Thanks. I have no beard now and I'm younger looking. You are sweet. You're not a cop, are you?
Should have asked that before you said the picture.
Fucking dumb.
A cop wouldn't be so sweet.
Fucking stupid. They are actually so fucking low IQ.
Maybe he sent the picture of him on the bed because he had a beard in that.
Regarding the first phone call, did you want to read this?
Yep. So in between now and the next chat logs that we'll read, there was a phone call between the decoy and the guy David Kaye. So it says, when a male answered the phone, I asked for David. So this is a recount from the decoy who was on the phone with David, pretending to be Conrad. So when a male answered the phone, I asked for David. He said it was him, and I said I was Conrad. I said that I didn't want to stay on the phone long since I didn't want my dad to wake up, and he said he understood, but that it was fun to do something naughty, wasn't it? I agreed. He asked if I was naked. I said I was wearing boxers. He asked if I was boned. I said yes. Is that
Boned.
Do people say, am I boned? I've never heard that.
No,
Yeah,
I never heard that.
Are you
Boning
boned?
someone
Are you
that's-
boned up?
I would assume that would,
have you got a
woman said,
boner?
I got boned. Like I got fucked.
Yeah.
But I never heard it used as like I am currently boned with a boner.
I'm so boned up right now. Never heard that.
Sounds like slang for being high or something.
We talked about how it was fun to be boned. Yeah, see, that's okay. We talked about how it was fun to be boned, and I said that was true, except for when I had morning swim practice like I used to. And we've all been there. And then I'd have to go to practice in swim trunks, and everyone could see. We talked about how it was nice to know that we were both real. And he said you could tell a lot about someone through casual conversation, and that someone's voice could tell you a lot. That is true. I could tell a lot about this guy, for David, from just these 20 minutes of conversation that we've read. For instance, I can tell he's a pedophile. I said that I was sneaking around the room, stealth ninja style, listening for my dad, and that I should go, and that I'd call him sometime when my dad wasn't home. He agreed, and we agreed to meet back online. And that was the end of that.
The oddest thing here also is like, I'm sure you also have, we sexed. Not you and I specifically yet.
I was going to say, why are you telling them? That's between us.
Like, even as a young boy, like I get sexting with girls and like talking dirty on the phone, but why would you ever have that with like an older guy in his fucking 50s, like just a grandpa moaning into the phone, like, "Are you boned?" Like, ew, dude, hang up, gross. Like, I would want to talk to the chicks in my class, not you.
Yeah, during that age, definitely. Like, I can't imagine anyone wants to talk to older people. Like, yeah, sexting. When I was sexting back then, it was always like, with a girlfriend or someone that I was sexually interested in at the time. Could never imagine even doing it with like, a 20-year-old woman. But like in your 20s and stuff, I'm sure there's a lot of people with like older people fetishes. Like maybe not like 60-year-olds.
Yeah, not in their 50s. Like if you're like a young boy, like do you really want to sex with some dude who looks like your dad? Like your dad's age? Imagine sexting your dad. Everybody right now, imagine sexting your father.
Why would you do that? Why? Just because you don't have one doesn't mean you can pull that on us. It's your fucking kryptonite. I mean, it's your like.
She gave me any attention. Okay, sorry.
Why would you do that?
Keep reading.
That was like a mental reset on me. That was so effective for some reason. That's so disgusting. I hate you. All right, let's get back to the chat log.
All right, Red BD continues. Is this all the same nights, by the way? It's now 4:30 a.m. You are very, very mature, Conrad. Bingo, drink, take a shot, everyone. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, like the fucking classic. You're so old for you're so mature for your age.
Mature for your age. Yep, it's a classic. Thanks, lol.
No, I'm serious.
No, actually, that's Noim serious.
Noim.
Noim serious. You put no and I'm together. Conrad replies, I had to do a lot since my mum died.
For a 13-year-old, you handle yourself very well.
Ew. Fucking disgusting.
Yeah. How does he even handle himself well? You've been talking to this guy for like, 20 minutes?
For 20 minutes.
In total. Well, also, wait, did
he answer the phone
call in the middle of the night? That is fucking odd.
4 a.m.
Man, these guys are dedicated, by the way. Shout out to the fucking decoy who's like up at 4 a.m. talking to these people and answering phone calls.
Well, to be fair, that's when predators are most likely to prowl.
Yeah, true. You need your, infrared camera and hunting gear for the fucking night prowling.
Well, at least back then. Now, I guess pedophiling has kind of gone international on the internet, so they're operating at all hours. It's like a 24/7 business.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Red BD continues. Now, 15 minutes later, it's 4:47. So I asked you when your mom died, if that's not too personal.
That's probably like the last thing a kid that whose mom just died wants to fucking talk about.
Yeah, what a bummer conversation. Like, I thought we were having sex right now, or like sexting and flirting. What the fuck is this dead mom business? Like, I'm not boned anymore.
The pedophile angle is absolutely like trying to forge a connection with the kid, like trying to.
Yeah. Probably gets his rocks off too. Yeah. Tell me more.
6 years ago, when I was 7.
Wow, you were very young.
Guess what, David? He's still very young, 7 and 13.
I like how the decoy throws in the I was 7 6 years ago. So hint, hint, David. Hint, hint. I'm 13 now. I can't even watch fucking PG movies without a parent. Red BD continues, however, and says, "Yes, my mom died last year, and I miss her too." Bonding. I wonder if that's even true, or if he's just using that as some sort of a method to get closer.
I think it was true. I think it was true from the research I did. She was 32. So Conrad's talking about his mum that died. And then Conrad says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man."
Yeah, but she lived to 84. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's a good life. Oh, that's a good life. Did she know you're gay? Did she know you're a pedophile?
And Red BD says, "Oh, yes. Oh, no. I was married for a long time, too." So he's like bisexual, right?
Yeah. He's also still married at this point. They haven't divorced. I don't know if they were separated or not, but they divorced like a month after the TCAP episode came out. So that leads me to think that it was an unsuspecting wife, which is sad.
Yeah, I mean, most women don't marry a man they know to be a pedophile.
No.
Man, that's always got to be the most awful fucking thing to spring on somebody too, right? I saw a Reddit post. I've been binging those fucking relationship subreddits again. Once you start, you kind of cannot stop in bed sometimes.
I told you it's addictive.
I know it is addictive, just how awful their fucking lives are. But I saw a sad one from a wife who found Lolicon on her husband's laptop because he apparently left it unlocked or something and went to the bathroom, and she checked out his tabs and saw that he was on one of those like hentai sites, and she looked at it and she said, "Oh, like it wasn't even the typical hentai stuff. Like it was just plainly drawings of little children." And then she says, "I'm pregnant." It's like, that is so fucking awful. Like, god damn, imagine your whole life just coming down like that.
Yeah, fuck. That's what I always love. What I find funny about lolicon defenders online, they're so willing to defend it online, but for a fact if they took it to any reasonable person in the real life, that's what the response and reaction would be. It's like, holy fuck, this person is a danger and a weird person, and I need to get away from them. That's the case
for so much of the stuff where they try to shame you on the internet, like, "Oh, you're so weird. What do you care what people do? This isn't weird. It's not unheard of."
Yeah.
Dude, I dare you. Just go on the street and tell anyone about this. I dare you. Tell the cashier.
Tell anyone in your family.
Yeah, anyone in your family. Literally anyone. I don't believe you.
I mean, go show your friends, you're real, assuming you guys have friends in real life.
Show your boss. Yeah, seriously. Show your coworkers at work. Show them the fucking Shadman drawing where it's a child getting mouth fucked by Donald Trump.
Hey, look how epic this is. And then watch yourself be ostracized by your community, which is the correct thing.
Yeah, and then get back to me and tell me if it's normal or not. It's like, dude, some of these guys are so out of touch. But I mean, again, some of them also know. They are aware that it is a bad thing. They may run their mouths on fucking Twitter and Tumblr and whatnot, but at the end of the day, they hide it from their wives. But sometimes they get caught. And just like the Catch a Predator people, they always hide their faces, don't they? They always... their blood runs
They're always behind lolicon avatars on Twitter.
The moment they see their fucking the cameras come out, they're like, "Oh no, this is going to ruin my life." Like, yeah, dude, of course. Your wife is gonna find out now. Do we know how old his daughter is, by the way? David's daughter at this time?
I didn't want to look into that kind of aspect of it because they're innocent people.
Well, I mean, it's nothing against her. I'm just wondering, like, if he's maybe quote unquote prowled on her as well.
Yeah,
Or if
I
she
mean,
was
it's
too
possible.
old. Anyway, he continues. So last he says, I was married for a long time too. I have 2 girls.
Yeah, I do. I don't know what that's to, but he says, yeah, I do.
Wonderful. It's great. Just be careful.
Oh, right. So I think he was answering, yeah, I do to like, I think he said previously, do you think you're gay or something like that to this kid? And the Conrad, the decoy, said, yeah, I do. And then he says, if you just want to repeat it.
Wonderful. It's great. Just be careful.
Your daughters know you're gay?
I feel like Conrad is low-key bullying this man.
Yeah. It's like, does anyone know how gay you are?
Do they know you're gay? No, I've never had the courage to tell them. I mean, at that point, you're not like gay, you're bi, right? If you have daughters,
well, yeah,
you're like, unless it's like a fake marriage. What do they call them? The purple marriages?
Yeah,
like a beard marriage.
Like the beard, yeah. Personally, if I was in good old the Rabbi David Kaye's situation, I'd be more scared of telling them that I'm a pedophile, not that I'm gay.
Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, I'm gay. Oh, well, we still love you. I'm gay for children. That changes things.
Conrad says, yeah, that's tough.
So I'm way in the closet.
Yeah, he's so far back in the closet, he's reaching pedophile areas of the closet. That's where he is.
Yeah.
He's way back there.
Buried. He continues, still the same night. So you live in Herndon? Where the fuck is Herndon?
Okay, I figured, yeah, Herndon.
VA. What state is VA? Virginia. Okay.
Virginia.
That far from me, but you would be worth it. You have a nice dick?
Have you ever been asked if you have a nice dick?
No, I mean, I've been told, if I do say so myself, but I've never, like, asked. Women don't do that. Like, people don't really, this is a very male thing to ask. Like, women don't say, hey, do you have a pretty cock? Send me cock photos. Like, no woman wants that.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know how to, like, describe it. I guess. Describe if it's a nice, like, dick, because it's never been a topic. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a cock.
Yeah, you'll see it when you see it. Not anyone. I mean, like, in the context of those conversations, not you. Conrad says, it's okay. It's like 5 inches.
Cut?
Yep.
Nice to suck fivers. I love smooth men. You mean children?
Or the bike riders, they're usually smooth. So maybe he's talking about them.
Yeah, I never got that. Is that even true? Like, I know that a lot of swimmers too, they shave themselves to make themselves more like aerodynamic or something.
Aerodynamic,
like, aquadynamic, I guess. Is that even true?
I don't know if it's true as in like it actually helps, but I definitely have. I've known cyclists that have completely shaved all the hair off their body.
Yeah, for sure. So. But I want like leg hair. Is it really gonna slow you down that much?
I really don't think so. I think it's more about the aesthetic, honestly.
Yeah, I think
like
so
the
too.
aesthetic of a cyclist.
Maybe it makes it less. Maybe you get fewer rashes if you don't have hair, because the cyclists and the swimmers also, they wear like the tight things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, don't you like lather yourself in baby oil and shove yourself into a swimming suit?
Who, me? Well, yeah, that's different.
For diving.
Yeah, for diving, yeah. You put
so try shaving all of your hair off and see if you slide in smoother.
That's not how that works. It's not the hair. It's because of how tight the diving suit is. It's not because of my hair. It's not because of my hairy ass that's preventing me from getting in there.
Still, just do it. I like smooth men.
Conrad replies, just a little round my dick in my pits.
Is your
So
dad
you say he's got a bit of
smooth?
hair.
What the fuck?
Oh, what?
Is your dad
What?
smooth?
What's with all this
What a
dad talk?
question.
What? Why is this coming up so much? So sick of thinking
I
about
don't know.
dads.
Oh, it's like when you're dating a chick and you want to see her mom to see if you're like her mom's fat. Like how's she going to age? You know, maybe David here. He's like, he may be smooth now, but does his dad have chest hair? Am I gonna have to deal with this? How is he gonna age?
But also asking a kid if his dad has a hairy cock is potentially one of the weirdest things I think I've ever read in one of these chat logs.
Yeah, and then segueing that into, does your dad have a hairy cock? How would he know?
That's what I mean. Yeah. Are you asking him to go look at his dad's cock? Because what the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah, look around his dick and his pits.
Exactly how long are the hairs? Okay then. This is Conrad, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And David replies, "You'll get more around your dick."
It's such a common topic in these chat logs, is like the amount of hair that these people have, the kids have. It's always something that they bring up.
Yeah, because, you know, when you grow your curly hairs around your dick, that's like when they start getting turned off by you. Like, you look like an adult now. Gross. Yuck. Wax that.
I think it's more probably just like wanting to talk about anything sexual with them, get as much sexual information from them as possible.
I mean, that too. It's very, it isn't even like normal. Like between two dudes, sexting doesn't sound like this, I would imagine. It's not like, hey, did you ever have your first boner yet? Anyone see your boner ever? Are you boned right now? Do you have like a hair on your ball? This is the sort of, it's the line of questioning specifically like geared towards children.
Yeah.
That this fucking creepo says. Anyway, you'll get more around your dick.
Is he? Kinda. He has more hair than me. Talking about his dad.
Mm-hmm. You are still young.
All right.
That is true.
Yeah, he didn't get old. He didn't get magically older in the 20 minutes they've been talking. Believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Your turn. Matt C says.
Oh yeah, that's me. Conrad says, we used to do stuff together, but not so much anymore. Talking about his dad, and also not talking sexually about his dad, just saying like we used to hang out more, but now we don't.
Mm-hmm. Don't drink so much, dude. And don't do drugs, please. Well, at least he's a responsible pedophile, you know?
I hate that. I hate when they try to pretend like they wouldn't get them boozed up or anything like that, and they try to act as like the father figure.
Was it Romeo Lacoste, the guy who was like talking about filling the girl's tummy with cum and vodka? I get off your fucking high horse. This kid, it would be better for him to get high once in a while than to suck some adult's dick.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. This is a way more unhealthy situation than doing than drinking.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't.
Way worse
Whoa. Calm down there. Don't drink so much, dude. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, but seriously.
No drugs. They's for losers. Lol.
Good for you, he says. And then Red BD says, you hard now again?
A minute after that drugs and drinking conversation. You hard again? Yeah. It never really left, lol. Are you?
Lol. Oh yes, honey. Have you ever talked to someone like this before?
Oh yes, honey.
Yeah, the game really came out there. Really busted the fucking closet doors open with that one.
Yep.
So it says a few days later.
There's like 3 days in between this conversation and the conversation that we're about to read. That conversation, sorry, and the conversation we're about to read. In between then, like the decoy tries to reach out often, but David's like, I'm working right now. Don't contact me right now. I'll talk to you later. Stuff like that. So David was a very busy man at the time. Couldn't set aside enough time to talk to him.
He was a rabbi.
Yeah, he's a rabbi.
But what was like his day job? Is that a day job?
Yeah, I think that was his day job. From what I understand, he was
tunnels.
You know, in charge of his congregation, and he was offering religious advice to people, and there was something to do. I read it somewhere, but there was something to do with children as well. Sadly, like he was.
Oh, great!
He was like a teacher in the congressional like Sunday school kind of environment for whatever that is for rabbis.
For smooth men. Okay,
Yeah.
so a few days later, it is now daytime finally. It's 4:40 basically p.m. And he says, "Let me call you soon."
How have you been?
Still in a meeting. Give me 20 more minutes. Is Dad home?
That's all one sentence, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm in a meeting right now, but is your dad home? Give me 20 minutes. I'll be there soon. He's freaking out. Also, fucking grooming a kid while you're in a fucking meeting.
Yeah, in God's house. You're gonna get struck.
Okay.
Is Dad home?
No.
Is he away?
What is this, 20 questions? He will be leaving tomorrow.
For how long? You will be alone?
Jesus fucking Christ, you creep.
I know. So
Conrad
aggressive.
then 20 minutes later, David.
I'm here.
Busy?
No, hot boy. Stats again? What?
What is this, like an MMO?
20 attack, 20 in charisma. What the fuck? Stats again? Is this how gays talk to each other? Like, just, how big is your dick?
Pedophiles talk to kids? Conrad says 5'5", 5 inches, 5 foot, 120 pounds. What are you doing tomorrow? Because he leaves.
Age? Is he? What the fuck is happening? Did he like forget?
Was he struck by an amnesia ray?
Yeah. Which one of my pet boys are you? Again, identification number. I'm gonna need photo ID.
Oh yeah, maybe he's either he's trying to like build up plausible deniability, or he's doing this to so many people that he's genuinely.
Well, then you wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't ask for the age over and over if you're doing it for deniability. I think he just talks to a lot of these fucking children on the internet.
Ugh. You gotta work 13.
I'm at work, but could take off sometime. But for sure, after work, I can come over, and come spelt like the porn term.
God, he's so fucking clever.
Mm-hmm. You are only 13?
Yeah.
That's rape.
No shit.
People cannot.
He's like, how dare themselves. You? How dare you bring this up? Dude, I tell you that before.
Yes, I remember. And this is why. So I don't know if you saw, but in your Discord settings, if you go there, in your profile personal settings, there's a tab now called Family Center, which is apparently made for parents to keep an eye on like which servers their children are in. And you can like establish a whole family and hook up accounts and stuff. But one of the things it says is Family Center does not share what your teen writes or says. To protect your teen's privacy, you will not be able to see the contents of their messages or calls. Now, I get, I'm a privacy fanatic, but I also think like if you're 13, I need to know what the fuck you're typing. And
yeah,
if people 100%. Like this are talking to you this way, like, sorry, but a 13-year-old does not need that much fucking privacy. Like, I need to keep an eye on you. You're an idiot. And you are my ward.
Yeah,
like, I need to keep you safe. It's crazy to me that it is 2024 and we still have not learned our lesson from like 3 fucking decades of To Catch a Predator people, like pedophiles just chatting up children on every platform imaginable.
You can see who your teen is talking to while still respecting their privacy. Ugh.
Yeah, by the way, like Discord isn't even end-to-end encrypted. Like that means the pedophile, the child, and everybody that works at Discord can see the messages, just not the parents. Like everyone except the mother is allowed to see these fucking messages.
That's
I don't know,
gross,
it's fucking insane. Like it's genuinely fucking insane that they write that like it's oh, you're weird. You want to look at your son's messages? Yeah, dude. Like this is what happens.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't let your kids on Discord unmonitored. Absolutely.
The internet in general, yeah, no, never.
I guess it could be this could be good. Like if you if you can see who your teen is messaging, and then you can then go on your teen's account and check the messages yourself. But even then, like, they can delete it.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. I mean, it is a good function. It's good that parents can see what server their kids are in.
What
but
the
like
kids
at
are
that point,
generally doing.
At that point, I might as well just manage your passwords and like I'm gonna know. Like I am gonna check your phone. I am your parents. I get to do that. Anyway.
Yeah. At what age? What age do you think it's what? At what age do you think it is all right to let your child have kind of like
privacy like that?
Yeah,
it really
like
depends on how you
unmonitored.
raise them. Like how, like at
Yeah.
what point does it click in their head? Like, okay, you're 15 years old now. All right, you're not a fucking idiot anymore. You know these people will talk to you pervy. If you understand that, and if I've been keeping tabs on you, and I genuinely believe that you get it,
Trust
then,
that you.
okay.
Yeah.
At some point, you obviously
it needs to be like a
let-
repeated kind of evidence that they're mature enough to handle that kind of responsibility.
Yeah, I need to be able to trust you. Same thing with like everything, you know, like driving, guns, alcohol. Like, okay, are you a responsible kind of kid? Can I trust you with this thing? And if I can, then slowly, yeah, I wouldn't mind handing the reins of your own life over to you. But at the very beginning, like 13 years old, no, you're not getting fucking privacy. Like, oh, dad, respect my privacy. Fuck no. Are you nuts? You're gonna get kidnapped.
Because we were 13 as well at one point in our lives.
Yeah,
we know what.
Shockingly, I never got molested, but I mean, damn.
I had like pretty unfettered access to the internet, unmonitored access, I would say, from maybe like 13 up. And
me too.
while I was never molested or anything, I don't think it was the right idea.
I was a very shut-in, antisocial kid, and I sought a lot of socialization on the internet. And I talked to very like older people too, and a lot of them. But they always respected me and were super duper nice, which is, I guess I got really lucky. I don't know. I never got molested by any of them. Surprisingly. I don't know.
Maybe you just weren't very attractive to them.
Wow. I'll have you know I was a sexy, smooth boy. Very molestable. Okay? Watch your tone.
Maybe you just weren't hot enough for them. How sad.
What an embarrassing thing. Like, you're too ugly to get molested.
Yeah. I actually don't think that like pedophiles have standards. So I don't think that's true anyway. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we?
Your turn.
I'm lost.
Red BD said, yes, I remember.
Oh, okay.
Just, you're so young. I've never been with a young man like you, but I would like to. Do you know how old I am?
Okay, first of all, I don't believe him that he's never been with a young man because he's talking to so many of them that he forgot that this one was 13.
Well, if he hasn't, it wasn't for a lack of trying. Maybe just a lack of opportunity.
Secondly, disgusting, obviously. And Conrad says, maybe you told me, but it ain't that big a deal to me.
Okay, great.
I want to try stuff.
I can let you try anything you want. You tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, here we're getting to the graphic stuff that's fucking disgusting, that was bad, awful to read.
I like sucking and being sucked. I like to kiss.
Oh, I want to try that.
And rub assholes.
What does that mean? Like rub your assholes together? Like scissor your buttholes together?
Well, now I'm glad I was an ugly child, I guess, because I would never want like an older guy to tell me to rub his asshole and rub assholes.
What does that mean? Like they fucking go back to back, like just put their assholes. You can't. There's too much cushion there.
Yeah, like docking your buttholes together with like a double dildo. I think it just means like fingering each other, I guess. I don't know.
But not actually inserting, like just like touching the asshole and like rubbing around in a circle.
Sure.
Like wiping it.
Why? It has to be clean.
Well, we're about to get to that. Conrad says, oh, and kiss a lot. And then this is in response to the rubbing arseholes segment. He goes, okay.
You just have to be very clean in your ass. Huh?
Just before we go on, I like how the decoy was like very enthusiastic about the kissing. Like, oh yeah, kiss a lot. Yeah, that sounds great. And then he's like, sees the rub arsehole. He's like, okay.
You just have to be very clean in your ass. No shit. Okay, I'll tell you something. A 13-year-old boy isn't going to be clean in his ass.
Oh,
okay? There's going to be a lot of skid marks.
Stop it. So I don't want to think about that.
I'm just saying, like, whenever these guys have any amount of like standards, like, ew, this is what you're into. You know, kids are fucking dirty, right? Dirty and stupid.
You know what else is dirty? Assholes. Assholes in general are dirty.
Well, women's assholes are nice. Matt C replies,
oh, can you show me?
Oh, to clean your asshole?
Yeah, give me a TED talk on how to clean your asshole. Conrad, well, I think I'm clean, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right, you know? Am I really wiping correctly?
Okay, I can help you. See what I mean? Like, this is so not hot. You're gonna... Even with like another adult, you want to get in the shower with me and like wipe my ass and clean the poo out? Gross.
Teach me how to wipe my asshole. Yeah, that's so hot.
Pick apart the nuggets of poo and everything. Ugh.
Oh man, that was hot. All right, so after that, basically the sting operation went ahead immediately. Like within 4 days of them first talking, David showed up. So David made plans to meet up with a supposed 13-year-old boy only 4 days after initiating the conversation with the decoy. He scheduled this meeting on his hour-long lunch break. When arriving at the sting operation, this is what happened. So let's play clip number 1 first.
Clip 1.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, hold 1 second. I gotta change my shirt, yeah?
Okay.
It's a full day.
Oh no, there's a cross on the wall. Rabbi, no.
I gotta ask, you still gonna be up for tonight after seeing your girlfriend?
We'll see.
Yeah.
That little sinister laugh.
I know.
So I love the excuses the decoys always make whenever they leave, like when they have to stay out of, you know, the appearance, because obviously they're like, you know, 20 to 30-year-old people.
Like a grown-ass
so they're
woman,
going to visibly been seen to be like not a child or whoever they're talking to. So the excuse they'll use that time was she spilt Diet Coke on herself and needed to change. So I love the excuses they come up with. Very funny.
Okay, let's clip 2.
Yep, clip 2.
So how can I help you? Go ahead, have a seat.
Chris Hansen comes out and his optimism and smile immediately gone.
Just immediately, like,
I suggest you sit
on a
down.
different He's planet. Calculating right now.
And take your hands
What's
out
happening?
please. What are you doing?
Oh no.
That sounds good.
Why don't you tell me what your plan was?
I don't want to be. This isn't good.
Not good.
He's dying inside.
That's kind of an understatement, isn't it?
Can I know who you are, please?
I want to know a little bit more about why you were here first.
Can I say something?
You don't get to make
He's
the
very
rules,
calm.
pal.
He's obviously dying internally and like is freaking out, obviously, but he's trying to exude this level of like calmness. I guess that's his way of coping with it.
Yeah, I mean, he is slumped. He is not.
He's defeated. He's definitely defeated.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to tell you who I am, but I also want to go over some of this chat log with you. It appears from this that you were setting up a meeting with a 13-year-old boy. Oh.
Okay, we might have to like read these captions because it is very quiet and hard to hear. He says, I don't need to say anything. You have the transcript there.
Okay, you're only 13. Yep, 13. For a 13-year-old, you handle yourself pretty well. Yes, you are very cute, and when boys are that cute, they usually look like their moms.
Wait, what?
Are that cute, they usually look like their moms.
And then he scratches his neck.
Looks away, embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is going to be like, not only is he being read, like he's being confronted, by someone who knows that he's a pedophile now, but also just anyone in existence would know how awful this is to have your sex read out in front of you by a third party.
I would want to
It'd be
die.
excruciating. Yeah.
Like, even though it was always between like me and an adult woman, I would still want to die. Like, and then you said you want to eat her ass. Curious, Kaya. It's like, don't read this. I want to die.
Yeah. I don't have a boner right now. It's not hot anymore.
I know. Yeah, I'm not boned. He whispers, you have the transcript of the email.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? I like sucking and being sucked.
Can we play that? Can we play the end of that again? Just like last 5 seconds.
Yourself? I like sucking and being sucked.
That needs to be my Discord entry sound.
Yeah. I like sucking and being sucked.
This was
good.
prime Chris Hansen, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the awkward quotes out of context, just randomly dropping fucking hilarious moments for the camera as this man's life is flashing before his eyes.
Okay, this next clip. Wait, I need to provide context for this one. Is this clip 4?
Yes.
Okay, so this next clip is when David gets confronted by the camera crew. And I want you to, this is going to be very visual, so I definitely recommend people who are listening over on Spotify, if you want to like bookmark this basically, to go check out our video on YouTube once it releases to see this video. Or you can go just check, like, watch the NBC episode. It's episode 2, to see David's reaction to when the camera crew shows up. Because right now he thinks he's being confronted by either a parent or
law enforcement.
Law enforcement. And I guess that's why he's so calm, is because he believes that he can keep it private to some degree. Like, no one will find out about this as long as he complies. But when the camera comes out, man, he very visibly starts freaking out, and I honestly think he like completely disassociates into a different plane of existence, and we'll see that in a second. Okay,
What do you do for a living?
Let's see.
A rabbi. Now, presumably, you counsel families and children in your position as a rabbi. Children.
He says, sure, children. Over the years.
What are you doing as a man of God, as a rabbi, in this house, trying to meet a 13-year-old boy?
I'm really, I don't want to do anything that's going to further.
He says, I don't want to do anything further.
Make you angry.
Oh, I'm not angry.
You're coming across.
To make you angry. Oh, so he thinks Chris is an angry father, I think.
Potentially.
Angry and authoritative sense.
Can't really make out what he's saying. He's saying you look angry and authoritative? Something. I don't know, but Chris Hansen doesn't look angry at all.
Replay it, go back.
Across in a very angry and authoritative sense.
Yeah, authoritative. I've asked you for identification.
To show to me. Right now, all that's happened is that I'm sitting in a house.
And you sent pornographic pictures through the mail. Okay, that's a federal offense right there.
Ugh, oof, ouch. That is so painful. Again, even if this was completely legal and just like, imagine being confronted with your own dick pic. That would be so awkward. Don't.
Yep.
No, Chris.
So before, when I said that the camera crew came out, I got the clip wrong. That's clip 6. But we'll get to that when it comes to clip 6. But this next clip. David appears to break when Chris Hansen asks him if he's ever done this before.
You know I'm in trouble, and I know I'm in trouble.
You know I'm in trouble, and I know I'm in trouble. That's true.
I am not
Yep.
interested in getting any further. This is not something that I've done.
You've never done this before.
And they really needed to mic him up, have like a boom mic
Yeah.
above him or something. Plant one under the like kitchen aisle. It sounds
I
very
can
bad,
hear
but
it
he says
fine.
yeah, you can kind of make it out, but he says I do not want to move any further with this.
You've never done this before. You know, because I hear that a lot.
He doesn't
When
even say
says
no.
you've never, yeah, no, he like kind of like closes his eyes and he's like, "Fuck, I can't say I've never done this before." To me, that's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. That like he's like, "Well, I have done this before."
Oh, plus it's in the chat logs. Him going like, "Hey, wait, which one are you? Which boy? Which one of the
True.
molestees?" All right, clip 6, and here we go with the cameras.
This is when the camera crew comes out. Yep.
I don't understand why I can't have some of them pictures.
I'm more than happy to tell you who I am. I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators.
Reveal. The cameras come in. He freaks the fuck out.
You don't
Immediately-
want to touch anybody.
He starts manhandling the camera and trying to cover it with his hands, and they kind of push him off and tell him not
You
to
don't want
touch
it.
the equipment.
It was really one of the only.
And he's like, he's doing this weird motion with his hands, like, "Are you fucking insane? You're ruining my life right now."
Play it again. Go back. I think he puts his hand in front of his face, like he's trying to hide his face from Chris. Maybe like he's trying to cover his face, but he doesn't know how to.
He's
don't want it.
panicking
Look, he's
the
like-
fuck out,
It
yeah.
was really one of the only times.
Well, he grabs I think he's getting really angry because he just randomly grabs the thing on the desk.
No, I think he's trying to like stabilize himself. I think he's like gonna pass out. Look at his face.
I know, he's very unhappy.
The only time.
Go
The
go
only
back
time.
to the when he like puts his hand in front of his face, because it's very interesting. Like he's like trying to stop them from seeing him, like, but he doesn't know how. He doesn't know where the cameras are.
He does like who's that wrestler doing the "you can't see me" thing?
Yeah, no, look, that's absolutely an attempt to try to cover his face and identity.
It was really one of the only times, the only time really, where somebody actually physically lunged at me. Now, looking back, I really don't think I was in much danger.
I don't know. I fucking what's his name? Chris Hansen has to make everything about him. He's so constantly like egotistical about these things. It's funny.
Well, I mean, I would have security there. I would expect these people to fucking snap and like lunge at me.
No, I know, but he turns the entire segment into like I was in danger. I may have been in danger. Like
I
Yeah,
don't believe
I don't know.
so. In retrospect, I could have handled myself if those 5 men didn't hold him back.
You've got to stop this.
Sit down. Sit down.
You don't have any
You're
right
free to leave anytime.
Okay, he's told he's free to leave and he immediately storms out.
he skedaddles. He makes a break for it.
I also like that you don't have any
You've got to
right.
stop this.
You gotta stop this with his like 2000s flip phone in a holster.
Sit down.
You don't have any
You're
right
free to leave anytime.
You don't have any right.
Yeah, we already filmed you. We have your face. Idiot.
Yeah, we got everything we need. Bye.
Yeah, we got our segments. Thank you.
Chris Hansen made statements saying that David Kaye repeatedly called him and the production crew for months after the sting operation, acting belligerently and demanding that the footage never be released. Chris offered him the chance for an interview, and David initially said yes, but only the stipulation was only if NBC didn't show his face or the footage from the house or identify what he did, who he was, or what his occupation was. Chris and NBC obviously refused the interview. So they met up in like a hotel or something to do the interview, and that's when he made the stipulations, and Chris was like, fuck no. Why would we ever say yes to that?
Screw you. Like, he basically tried to NDA them back in the day.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, so after the show, we can take this paragraph by paragraph if you want. Like, I'll take the first.
He resigned from his position on October 31st, 2005. The TCAP episode aired on November 4th. In December 2005, Kaye and his wife of 30 years divorced. Oof. I mean, that must have been a really awkward conversation. 30 years. Holy shit.
Yeah, imagine being a wife. After 30 years, you've built this life together. You've got 2 kids together. You share friends. You're, respected members of a community. You're fucking married to a rabbi. And then it comes out that he's gay and also a pedophile and has been probably
Father
the
of your
entire time.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
the gay thing isn't even the big deal. Like, oh, okay, whatever. So you're bi, you know, we can still be married. But the fact that you tried to meet up with a 13-year-old.
Obviously, it's not a big deal in relation to the other things, and it's also not a big deal in terms of like society, you know, being gay or bisexual. But in the context of a marriage for 30 years, yeah, that is.
Yeah, you shouldn't lie about it to begin with, absolutely. But I'm just saying, like, I would imagine that she probably had other things on her mind in this scenario.
Yeah, at this time, yeah. So on May 18th, 2006, a grand jury indicted David Kaye on 2 federal sex crimes that brought with it the possibility of a life sentence. And this is actually quite odd for these first episodes of TCAP, because usually I don't think the police was involved at this point. So a lot of these guys went by uncharged and, you know, unmolested by the law. But in this situation, this was so egregious, and he was such a respected member of the community and in a position to further exploit vulnerable children, being, you know, a prominent member of a church, that the FBI themselves pushed charges, essentially. Like, they pushed this into, you know, the court system and made sure that he was prosecuted due to it, which is great. That's obviously very good.
I would imagine his congregation was probably also very angry at him.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was.
Filed some complaints, yeah.
Yeah, they did. During the trial, David waived his right to a trial by jury and instead opted to appeal directly to Judge James C. Kakaris, which I guess is the right move, because then you only have to convince one person instead of a court full of people who hate pedophiles. Like,
yeah, so humiliating having to defend your stupid fucking chat logs.
Oh man, yeah. The trial was conducted good though. I'm so fucking happy this guy got put to the torch. The trial was conducted on August 22nd, and a guilty verdict was returned on September 6th, 2006. In his findings, Judge James C. Kakaris noted that the decoy on the phone call, a 24-year-old woman, had the same vocal range of 180 to 190 hertz, which is the same range as a 13-year-old male might be expected to have, refuting the core argument of Kaye's attorney, Peter Greenspun. So Peter Greenspun said that because the voice on the phone sounded like an adult, then David Kaye assumed that who he was talking to was an adult. The argument was that the decoy had 1992 in his screen name, insinuating that the user was an adult. But as we've established previously, I don't think that's true, because 1992 is only 13 years later. Regardless, a stupid argument when it's down in text that the defendant, David Kaye, repeatedly was like, "What's your age? 13? Cool. I love young people. I'm prowling. I'm prowling for young people. I love young people." This is rape, by the way.
This is rape, by the way. Let's rub assholes.
His sentencing for coercion and interstate commerce, don't know what that is, but that was the charge, were 6.5 years in prison with 10 years of sex offender probation. Kaye was prohibited from accepting any job involving children and was also prohibited from being around children under the age of 18 without the presence of an adult, which is, very common sense things to be charged, like for him to be sentenced with. I don't know what that meant. Interstate commerce. I didn't have time to look it up. I'll look it up now. Interstate commerce.
Maybe, is it one of those things where, like, if he had the kid in his car and he crossed state lines, it's technically like kidnapping or something?
Yeah. Transacting or transportation of products, services, or money across state borders, which I guess could be like sending the nudes.
Oh. I guess? It's weird, though.
That's what I would assume.
Didn't he send nude pictures through the mail or something? Chat says.
Yeah, no, it was through email.
It was an email. Yeah, I guess that still counts.
Yeah, it counts.
Oh, I mean, because the recipient is a fucking child. That makes sense too. Like, you're an interstate pedo.
Yeah. At the trial, Kaye testified that he had been secretly meeting up with men for sex in bathrooms and parks for nearly 30 years, joining Yahoo when it first launched to hook up online. So he had been doing this for a long time.
Cheating on his wife.
Yeah. Kaye was released in January 2012 and attempted to join the Adat Shalom Reconstructionist congregation in Bethesda, Maryland. He was banned from worshipping there on September 12, 2012, when a congregation member noticed him from To Catch a Predator, which is good.
That is interesting. Even like almost 10 years later, somebody actually saw the fucking To Catch a Predator thing and called him out on it. That is cool.
That's great. Yeah. I feel like part of his sentencing should have been he has to alert any kind of faith-based organization of his past.
Any organization, all of them. Yeah. He should have to live in that one. What is that little like? They have like a commune where all the sex offenders live at, because they basically, as a side effect, got triangulated to like a small RV park because it is just out of the range of any school and like playgrounds. So there's this like small commune basically where almost every person that lives there is a sex offender, and that's just where they have to live now. That's where
I bet the property value there is great. I'll invest
Great
immediately.
Place to raise children. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kaye lived in suburban Washington in Washington, D.C. He allegedly has a job as a light bulb salesman currently. Kaye was arrested again in 2013, 2018, and 2021 3 times on probation violations, and he remained incarcerated for a stretch of time in that period. He illegally purchased pornography, not child pornography. I don't think. I didn't see anything about that. Otherwise, I think his sentencing would have been immediately restarted. But I think it was like he broke the conditions of his probation by accessing pornography on the internet in any form. So that's what that is. So he illegally purchased pornography, searched for software to block his computer monitoring programs, very smart, solicited sex on Craigslist, very smart, and failed to notify his probation officer of new lines of credit and a new cell phone, which rang during a counseling session in front of the probation officer themselves.
Put it on vibrate.
He was given a probation extension in Do you want to read it? You can read it.
Sure, he was given a probation extension in 2013, sentenced to 6 months in jail in 2018, and his RSO status resets each time, meaning he will spend the rest of his life on supervised release. What is RSO?
Registered sex offender.
Oh, okay. He was released in mid-2023 and now lives in Maryland, where he's registered as a Tier 2 sex offender, which he will remain as for the rest of his life.
And that's where we end on David Kaye. So, all things considered, I do think that justice was served to him.
Yeah, it sounds like his life sucks. So that's nice. I mean, wherever he goes, he couldn't even like 8 years later, when he was trying to join another synagogue, they fucking kicked him out. So that's nice. He doesn't get to just leave it behind. He lost his fucking family. Thank God. Yeah, good. Fuck him.
Yeah,
he can rub assholes alone now.
What do you think? 4.71?
I don't know.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah. I'm comparing him to like the worst of the worst, though. I'll give him like a 4.5 or like a 4. 4.5 even. We've definitely seen worse.
We've had worse, yeah. Yeah, but it was definitely very coercive. I still think there were very coercive elements. Maybe I didn't include everything that was very coercive, but he was definitely very aware that he was talking to a 13-year-old and very aware of what kind of strategies to employ in terms of manipulation. Like the whole dead mother angle was harped on. But yeah, in terms of like, also, but maybe it is higher than 4 because it's very clear that he had been doing this for like at least a few decades.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I highly doubt this was the first child he was chatting up.
Not even that night.
Probably not even that night. Yeah, up at 4 a.m., by the way, married man. So I would imagine, his wife is in bed sleeping, and he's up in the middle of the night in the living room on his fucking computer talking to men, trying to meet up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. My girlfriend's asleep in the other room. It's literally 4 a.m. right now, and I'm talking to men on the internet. What am I doing with my life?
Want to rub assholes?
No, I don't trust. I don't trust that you got a clean arsehole.
I shower after every poo.
Yeah, but if you need to shower so much,
immaculate.
I don't know. I'm not risking it. And also, he said in the first conversation, he says, "Lol, I'm prowling for young men." Like, he's obviously doing that.
Yeah, you never want to read that on your husband's computer.
Alrighty, that's going to do it for this
All right.
episode of Criminally Stupid. A lot of fun. Thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast if you want to listen to Criminally Stupid a whole week, usually, maybe sometimes even 2 weeks early. You can listen to the audio version up on Patreon. It's usually available the day that we record, and then it comes out, a week or two later on YouTube. So really do appreciate the support. If you support us over on patreon.com/theofficialpodcast, thank you very much. It really does mean the world at the moment, going through all these changes. We're going through, I guess you could call it the official podcast's puberty period, where we're changing into a beautiful new flower. We're blooming.
What? You're going to be like a dad podcast to molest us?
Yeah.
Like a David Kaye?
No.
Is your dad home, Jackson?
Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for more funny stuff from the official podcast, Criminally Stupid, as well as Red Thread, bonus episodes, early ad-free content, Red Thread after reports. We might start doing something for Criminally Stupid similar to that, and also game nights coming up soon. So I hope you enjoy those when they come out. People over at Patreon will get it first, so you can head on over there, patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Thank you. You want to say anything?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's it. All right. Bye. Bye-bye.